Dream big, love bigger. That's how McKenna Elrod Seiler's parents want everyone to remember their little girl. McKenna was killed at Robb Elementary nearly 6 months ago.
Her mom and dad spoke with Lee Waldman for the first time, and they explain why they're starting a scholarship in her honor.
The animals that are on her mural, that's her dog Bailey and her daddy's horse, Dude.
She was so excited to show steers. She wanted to do that worse than anything.
Her passion for animals is clear by looking at McKenna Elrod Seiler's mural.
She had a connection with animals for sure.
The yellow butterflies flying around her. April and Chris say they've been a constant presence since her death.
Even in this cold weather, like every day I've seen butterflies, and I feel like it's a sign that she gives us that everything's going to be okay.
When McKenna wasn't playing softball or flag football, she was on the back of a horse, looking forward to the day she was old enough to show animals on her own in 4-H.
We're just trying to give back, to a student here in our community, a future that McKenna didn't get to have.
Dreaming big, loving bigger.
And I love him very, very much, and hope you have a good Father's Day, and I love you.
Just like McKenna did every moment. Partnering with Uvalde County 4-H to create a scholarship in McKenna's name, they hope the recipient honors their daughter's life.
I hope this helps someone that is struggling to get there, and she would too.
And never forgets her name.
The day that I dropped her off at school, I saw her stop and say good morning to every single person that she passed on the sidewalk. That's how she was. She made sure everybody felt loved.
Right now, they've raised about $2,000 for her scholarship. They need to get to $25,000 in order to get it endowed. On our website, KSAT.com, we have a link to this website where you can read more about McKenna, see some of her photos, and then at the bottom, donate directly to the McKenna Lee Elrod Seiler Scholarship to keep it going year after year. Back to you.
Lee Waldman, thank you. In other news this morning, a Pennsylvania woman who barged into House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office during the Capitol insurrection has been found guilty. Riley Williams was also seen in a mob that stormed the building January 6th last year. On Monday, she was convicted of 6 counts, including assaulting or resisting an officer and disorderly conduct. But a mistrial was declared on 2 other charges, which included obstruction, the certification of Electoral College, which carries up to 20 years in prison. Williams is now facing up to 3 years in prison. She'll be sentenced on February 22nd.
In Indonesia, rescuers are searching for bodies and survivors in the rubble of buildings that collapsed in an earthquake that killed at least 252 people on the country's main island of Java. Excavators, trucks, and other heavy equipment sent overnight reached some of the hardest hit areas. The city was near the epicenter of the magnitude 5.6 quake yesterday, which sent terrified residents fleeing into the streets. One woman told the Associated Press when the earthquake hit, her home started, quote, shaking like it was dancing, and she barely escaped with her family. Now, more than 300 people were seriously hurt and at least 600 suffered minor injuries.
The U.S. Coast Guard has rescued more than 100 migrants from an overloaded boat off the Florida coast. The vessel was about to hit a sandbar south of Whale Harbor, the Upper Key West area, yesterday. Coast Guard received reports of several people in the water. It's unclear exactly how many people were on the boat or what country they're from. Rough conditions have slowed down the rescues. Crews were battling 10-foot waves and 25-mile-per-hour winds.